Podcast City Network.
Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Fixed Edge, episode 19. And I tell you what, this is actually going to be a really good one because I'm really excited. We finally have the NBA Finals set, which we're going to get to that in a little bit.
I thought you were going to say we finally have audio.
Well, we have that too.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks in a row now.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, we're doing good there and have been able to do a lot of things. But to make sure that you see all things Fixed Edge, you got to make sure to follow us on social media by searching at Fixed Edge on Twitter, Facebook, and make sure to go on there and smash those like and follow buttons. And definitely make sure to shoot over a DM if you want to be able to get that free trial while you still have the time.
Yeah, we probably got another month of that, maybe a little less. Definitely before football here. So up until football, actually, if you get in now, you can get some free football too, I'm sure, because you'll be in like right at that cross point. So some good stuff. I don't want to say too much because I don't really want a lot of work until it's ready. So if they want
I don't blame you.
If they want to get in the DM and take advantage of it, if not, they can wait until the site is up and back up and going.
And speaking of the website is still going to be coming back. Don't know how much of a timeline we're looking at right now.
Before football. I don't want to say anything more because we've already went through 2 or 3, what do you call them? You guys that do the site?
Updates?
No. People that...
you're talking about the actual programmers.
Yes, okay. So we've been through 2 or 3 of those. Whatever you want to... They get on my nerves, so if you do it, I apologize, but I just hadn't had the best of luck, and plus from it being hacked and having just to start over and the first site to be made on the wrong node, and we needed to put it on Lavelle, and so just a lot of stuff going on there. I don't want to bore them with that, but within the next... before football, let's just say that. Let's just tell them before football season, site will be back up and going, and you guys will. There's a lot to look forward to there. So be patient a little longer, and I promise it'll be worth it.
Absolutely, definitely make sure to stick with it. We will have it back. It takes a lot of work on the back end when it comes to all the coding and programming and all the different type of softwares and templates that you need. It's a lot of work.
It would help if I had. I don't know. I'm with you, but I just feel like I haven't had the best help on it. So. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of work, but on my side, because I'm not tech savvy, I'm more into the games and all the investing. To me, it's like, come on, man, I done paid you this. Why do we got this? Why we got the wrong site? So I went through this back and forth. I got one guy doing one thing, and it's not even usable.
It's all good, man. Deep breath. We're going to make it through because it will come back, and that's the important thing. Yeah. But you also got to make sure to check out a lot of the great sports that are going to be going on, including the Colorado Rockies taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight. Arizona favored at -126, Colorado plus 116, over and under 8.5. Do you agree with this? Which way does this go?
So, I don't know, the ones that you do are following baseball. Arizona, I believe, if they don't have the worst record, they're right there. I believe they are the worst team in MLB. But the Rockies have only won 6 games on the road this season.
That's true.
So it's interesting. You got Gray, which is like a high 3, sub 4, 389, I think it is, ERA. Mm-hmm. Merle Kelly there. He's I think he's somewhere around a 5 or high 4s. Both pitchers can pitch, and then we know both pitchers can not pitch. Gray is probably the better to name here. Rockies only winning 6 games. They just the worst road team in baseball against the worst team in baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks 23-63 currently, which is pretty sure MLB worst.
But baseball's funny. Like last night, we usually aren't on big favorites, but we were on the Padres, and they started the game down 5. They've tied up 5. They lost 7-5 to the Nationals. Nationals are so-so. Padres are one of the better ones. So any given night, worst team, worst team. The Dodgers lost to the Marlins last night. That's why we keep everything in a series, right? Because you only need the team to win once. You're not worrying about them winning tonight. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Tonight's game, though, is a little different. I like it in the series. I'd like Colorado to win one of these on the road since they haven't. There's 6 games all season, but I'll say tonight's number 7. Tonight's their 7th win on the road, Rockies.
Calling for the Rockies, and the Rockies currently 37-48. Definitely the better team here, at least in the record. So
6 games on the road, though, they've only won. It's the worst MLB road team in baseball.
Yeah. So,
and then Coors Field, it's a different field.
It is.
So playing over there and then playing somewhere else, sometimes they have trouble. Because a lot of people have trouble playing at Coors Field.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But now they're going to be playing over there in Arizona, so it's going to be an interesting matchup.
It's going to be hot.
I think it's going to be hot, too. So definitely make sure to get on that and always be smart about what you're doing.
That's the key. They
Always
don't realize that. They don't realize that.
Mm-hmm. They don't realize it at all. And when they have the information in front of them, or when you're able to get into the free trial and then eventually into the memberships.
Can you quit saying free trial? I mean, I tell them, but we got a lot of people going right now. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, DM us. We'll get you set up on the free trial. If you want to be patient till the website's up, the tournament's up, the lines are up, that's great too. Either way, we're here to help. We don't want to see people blowing all that money gambling. That's the big thing.
Yeah, and that's where you get in trouble, and that's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you also need to make sure to get onto the big thing of following FixedEdge on all of our content platforms.
Get on the big thing.
Oh yeah, whoa.
That's what you just said.
Whoa, whoa, sir! Well, you didn't have to point it out, but make sure to follow FixedEdge and on all the big platforms now. Not just YouTube. We actually have to update this, but on YouTube, Player FM, TuneIn, iHeartRadio,
wow,
Spotify. Hold on, and Amazon Music.
Wow, this is a surprise. I didn't even know I was on all these places. So guys, if you want, go check us out there. We're gonna keep doing this more and more. He's going to keep bringing me here to do this, and we're going to keep giving you all the information you need to be a successful sports investor. We're going to break down games. We're going to have people feed in for the games. Right now, we're just kind of getting this out there, kind of know who we are, everything's going on, and then there's a lot more. There's going to be a lot more to come once we have the station behind us.
Absolutely, we will. But looking at our next game, excuse me, NBA Finals, Game 1, Milwaukee Bucks, Phoenix Suns. Going on down there in Arizona. Dude, this one's going to be a big, big game. What do you think about this game?
Well, the lines come down. It opened at a 6.5. We're now sitting at a 5.5. And I think Giannis is going, right? He's upgraded to questionable.
Yes,
sounds like he's going.
Officially.
Interesting. Here's what I think. Suns have been hot. Of course, if you look, they've played all injured teams. No taking away from what they've done. But no Davis, no Murray, no Kawhi Leonard, on and on. So, guys, if you're playing tonight, you got to take the value. I've heard from some books and offshore information that they really don't know where to put this line tonight. Giannis playing, if he is, how healthy is he? Right, we know he's not 100%.
Definitely not.
Hyperextended knee a week ago. It's not back to normal yet.
And that was violent.
Yeah,
quite violent. If you have not seen it, you need to go check it out. It's quite violent.
Yeah.
Viewer discretion advised.
So I think he's good enough to go. They played 2 games this year. I think both went into overtime. If not, one came down in the end. One definitely went into overtime. Booker, they didn't call a foul. Then they did. Booker shot some free throws, and that's how they beat him, and it was tied game. So the second game, they really shouldn't have won. Some value here, guys. You can get a 5, 6, even a little money line, 2-1 on your money. Bucks are tough, and Giannis is playing. The Greek Freak's healthy. Bucks are winning this. 6, 7 games. I don't know. The Bucks will find a way to win it this year.
You think they find the way? Chris Middleton's been playing hot too.
He's so underrated. One of the most underrated players in the league. Gets no credit. He just put that team on his. I think he went on a 16-0 run by himself. He just put that team on his back and took over.
Yeah, he did. He's been doing that quite a lot through a lot of these games. And, with Giannis having the injury and Giannis having other issues even in the series that they played earlier, it's going to be interesting. I think, my heart wants to stay with the Suns because I think the Suns could win it, could somehow find a way to win, especially with Chris Paul.
They can. They're hot. They got more weapons. They got more weapons than the Bucks, no doubt. I just think, I don't know. I think Ayton, he's going to get in foul trouble. Greek's going to be like this on him. Spin move down the paint, and he's young. So I see him in foul trouble. For Phoenix to win it, my man Ayton's got to have a career finals. Defensively, you got to be on the floor, rebounding. Greek's tough to he's tough to handle, man. If he had a jump shot, he'd be the best player in the NBA. He can get to the hole when he wants, on who he wants.
Absolutely, and that's definitely something to keep in mind. So we'll see how this one turns out. Make sure to tune in. This game is going to be 9 p.m. on ABC, so definitely make sure to go and check it out. It's going to be a really great game, man.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Excited it's a weird finals because you don't have no LeBron or you don't have a super team because that's what we're used to. But it's gonna be interesting. It's all happened for a reason. They're gonna. I think it's gonna be even though it's not what everybody's looking forward to as who should be on there. I think it's gonna be a good series between who is there. Paul, both going for their first championships.
Mm-hmm.
I think Suns have never won, and Milwaukee hasn't won since '59 or '40, somewhere way back then.
So last time Milwaukee was actually in the NBA Finals was 1974, which they lost to the Celtics, or not the Celtics, to the Lakers, I believe. But they only won a few years before that. The Suns never being on a run. So an interesting stat about this is both these teams are a part of only 5 teams that have not won a championship in the past 50 years.
Yeah, it's crazy how it lined up. So
yeah, really crazy. So
and then the under on that game looks good too. 219, buy it up to 220.
Mm-hmm.
If they're wanting little tips on how to bet, I know a lot of people are just gonna bet the NBA Finals because it's the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And I say bet. Hopefully they're investing with a small percentage of their bankroll. But if they are tonight, take the Bucks plus the points and stay under that total tonight. I don't think it's going to be as much scoring as Vegas does.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But also need to make sure to check out all the exciting stuff over at the Podcast City Network shop. Go to podcastcity.net/shop. And you mentioned last week about your hat. We're making headway. We're making headway. Should have something in the next week.
Good. I'm ready. This is exciting. He's got me on iSpy or iSpar Radio, right? iHeartRadio and
Spotify, Amazon
Yeah,
Music.
you can check us out on all those spots. So I didn't know now. I can put it down in the Twitter. You can find us before we even blow up.
That's right.
Bigger than we blown up.
That's right. And keep up on all the latest with FixedEdge. But the biggest thing is making sure to be smart about what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's very, very important. And, I know eventually you want to try and do some charitable things as well to try and help some of these people that have fallen on hard times because they weren't smart.
Yeah, not smart, man. It's a. If you guys are out there, the sickness, that dark cloud that takes over you. So I've been there.
Yeah.
You never had to because you met me and you never were really into gambling. But if you're into gambling, and I know like a lot of you are, those nights where you lost too much, the night where you weren't going to take out more money to double down. All this comes over this dark cloud, and you're like, you think you can get it back, or forget it. You start off hot. You hit the first one, 500,000, double 2,000. Now you're up 5. Now you put 2,500 because you're trying to get to 75, and you drop. Or you just put 1,000, you go to 4. The next is 2. You lose back to back. You got 1,000. Then what are you doing with 1,000? You're trying parlays, or you're doubling on red or black or 21. Guys, we've all been down that road. I had to pay for the knowledge I got. The people I met along the way were a blessing from God. But other than that, everything along the way, I paid for the knowledge of the systems and just to learn. So I want to get back to the guy that's out there and he blows all the money from his sickness and his family doesn't have food on the table or can't pay the bills. He lost his job. It's happened. People take their lives. And there's nowhere to turn to, man. Nobody out there is trying to help people, so that's what we're here for. That's where we start. Like, we got plays, we got connection to books, like, we got a lot going on here. But before we break that down, like, to the bottom of it, I want to help people that are gambling. Like, I want to help them see either invest or don't do it at all. Guys, it's that simple. Like, you either learn how to invest, which is a small percentage of your bankroll, which we teach here in one of the systems, or you just stop gambling in total. You're going to kill loved ones, your wife. I can't tell you, like, from another story. I was younger, pawning stuff, like bad relationships, pawning stuff of someone else's,
It can go a long way.
Bad. I know people that lost their life over it. And the people tuning in know, they've been there, know, like, if you haven't been in the dark cloud, that's great. But if you don't invest and you just, like, if you're just new to this thing and you're betting and you haven't been in that dark cloud that I'm speaking on, find some kind of system to play in. Because if not, you're going to end up in the dark cloud. It's not like I started my first time like, yeah, you know what? I want to just lose more money than I have. You don't start there. You know?
Well, who does?
Right. So you either go on a nice run and you make so much money. I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars, not knowing what I was doing in systems, just to give back hundreds of thousands of dollars plus some of my money, until I busted out 15 years ago and took 4 years off to study how to beat Vegas. And then came back with systems and investments, and that's kind of where, FixedEdge filed. So to help people not have to take all those steps and bump their head like I had to. That's rough. So that's where we're here first. Like, we have systems, we have memberships, we got plays. We actually got some real good inside information. I really can't speak too much on, but we get information that other people don't get their hands on. Let's say it like that. Nothing illegal. This is no mafia Italian wise guy stuff. But stuff that, people are paying for, or they're not even getting their hands on it. And I get it, and I kind of see it on a daily. So we got a lot of different angles we hit, but the number one is to help people stop gambling and start investing, man. That's like number one. The most important thing. I wouldn't be doing this if I was just helping the next Italian Guido how to put 5,000 on the next game so he can cash a check and go buy a car. That's not what this is about. This is me telling you, hey, how much money do you got to work with? And you tell me how much you got, and we put that in the system. We help you make a little bit of money off whatever money you have to work with. Not telling you to get rich on that next big play like most people.
Right.
So, is that the next draft pick?
It could be.
Oh, gotcha. That must be my time. Is that the producer telling you I'm supposed to be done talking?
I think it might be. And we're going to go ahead and move on and thank all of you so much for checking out all the great stuff we have, including Podcast City Network. Dude, Podcast City Network making things happen. Just added a new show,
Nice.
One Man Cruise, One Man Podcast, and already in talks with possibly another show that could be coming aboard.
Nice.
So
you guys are doing big things, and I appreciate you putting this show out and having me give a little information back to the world.
absolutely, and it's great that we're able to make this collaboration happen. There's a lot of great stuff going on here, and you know what? It's so crazy when you look at the beginnings of episode 1 of Final Score, and now we're here with FixedEdge.
Crazy, right? When was episode 1? How many years ago did we start this whole saga?
2.5.
And now I've been a little public, then had to pull back to get paid by those books.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm back, and it seems like it's taken like a half a year. So time's flying, man.
And now we're on episode 19 of FixedEdge. That's the crazy part. Next week we're going to have episode 20, and we thank you guys so much for joining us here for FixedEdge.
Definitely.
And definitely make sure to go check us out on all the content platforms, including all the new ones: iHeartRadio, Spotify.
I'm gonna have to check us out there. I didn't even know we were there.
Yeah, all of it, man. We're there.
Yeah, and a few, if you weren't in for the beginning, a few of the picks we gave out tonight. Rockies get their 7th win. We got Bucks taking a point, even maybe a little money line. And we like under the total of 220 over there in the game. So little pointers, don't go crazy. If you don't have a system and you just want to play those, DM us and we'll set you up.
Absolutely. So definitely make sure to have a great night and enjoy the game. But I'm Chris, and that's S Money.
See y'all.
Y'all have a great night.
Podcast City Network.